Before we get too far in the video, let's talk about today's sponsor, Brunt Workwear. Brunt boots don't play that breaking game. Straight out of the box, they're cushioned, supportive, and lined with their signature footbed that holds you down. Rain, sparks, grease, or fire, these boots don't back down. Waterproof or resistant, depending on your pick. EH rated up to 18,000 volts and slip, oil, and heat resistant up to 572 degrees. Their lineup is designed to give you more boot for your buck. Made to last, made to look good, and designed for the elements you face day in and day out. Brunt doesn't just say they're tough, they let you prove it. Try them out, and if they don't work for you, send them back. Get $10 off your first Brunt purchase using code Blockhead10. Link also in the description below. Trust me, once you try Brunt boots, you're not gonna wanna take them off.
My name is Mikey Loco from Dirtbags California, your one-stop Harley shop over here. We specialize in just doing one-off vehicles, so we're constantly setting the bar higher and higher for ourselves, getting in the manufacturing of things, so we're steadily coming up with one-off ideas, and when they hit, we start to sell them to the public. So keep everything US made, we're really proud about that, and we keep everything in-house, so we're a real one-stop shop. From fab to paint to engine building, we do it all. Me and Drew go way back. Before I really got into wrenching on Harleys. I wrenched on bikes, but not too familiar with the Harleys. Me and Drew met like real early seasons of that, and we've been supporting each other for a long time, man, and now we're really working together on a daily basis, and it's just sky's the limit for us. It's kind of rare, to have that type of newborn coming in and getting supported by somebody that's been in the industry, right off the rip. Very, very supportive, man. So now we're really working together on a daily basis.
Yeah, I've looked through the back catalog, and obviously with this thing, we'll talk about it here in a second, but next level. You had more of a background in Harley and kind of brought him in. What was your background?
So pretty much my grandfather, Pee-wee, started Pee-wee Custom Designs back in 1959. He did a lot for the culture, in LA and throughout, the United States of America, and just building bikes, customizing bikes, like the Fat Boy, the Sportsters, and he was drag racing and just building a lot of one-off stuff that became popular back in the 60s and 70s, 80s, and early 90s. And my grandfather raised me, and that's how I came in the game. Harley acknowledged him back in 2011 at, with Iron Elite, the HD program, and pretty much grew up in this life, and this is all I know. So, just to be able to collaborate with Mikey and us sharing our platforms and ideas, get things like this, the Grey Ghost, and a tribute to Willie G and the whole Harley-Davidson motor company, so it's amazing.
We started off with a 2025 Fat Boy, stock bike, completely stock, and we were coming up with different ideas of what we can do. We didn't have no idea the 25 Grey Ghost from Harley-Davidson was going to get dropped. We had no clue, but
yeah, see you laughing over here.
When it happened, it was like it was cool because it informed everybody about the Grey Ghost and gave it the background history. But what we discovered is that Willie G came out with this Fat Boy, and then it hit Terminator, and it was crazy, and Fat Boy came out with a Grey Ghost, a limited version. Everybody wanted it. It was hot at that time. And then, there's some, urban myths about the Grey Ghost and what it kind of represented, but the background of it was more of an old school warplane look. The history of the bike, and then Willie G having a big influence on my life with the custom stuff that he brought to the industry. I wanted to give thanks and tribute to him, and I give Drew the credit on that one. He came through with the tribute version, and we collabed with I wanted to do the Grey Ghost, and it worked out great. So, that's the face you see it. We have the signature on the bike. We wanted to do the Grey Ghost, but on a whole nother level. Drew talked me into doing a lot of things I didn't want to do.
Good on you. Push him outside of his comfort zone, yeah.
Definitely. But it really pushed, us to our limits and what we're capable of doing, so
early mornings, late nights.
To get kicked out the bed and say, hey, we're doing this, and when I'm saying I don't want to, and now we have crack cases and we have a fully built engine, and just to the T of we got so deep into this thing there was just no turning back. The whole engine broken down when I come into the shop, and I'm looking at like 6 more weeks to go. I'm like, we're getting jugs, cut, and none of it worked, and we had to go back and start over, and it was just like, it was a nightmare,
Time, dedication, stress. I probably aged like 2 years off of this.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But it was cool, just to sit with Mike and just kind of get in his head a lot and just kind of see the things he paid attention to. Did a lot of things that I would never imagine. You know what I'm saying? So it's dope just to come together and just, man, put our ideas together and create a masterpiece, you know.
You start off with the front end. Fat Boy's known for its wide dish wheel, so we pretty much grabbed the wheel stance. What we wanted is a 21 in the front, 20 in the rear, and they're wide. Front is 5.5 inch wide, rear is 7 inches wide, 200 in the rear still, 180 in the front. So that's what we had to base it off of from stance. So we knew that we were gonna have to build everything one off. So we started off with this front forged carbon fender. If you back up and you can see the lines to it, even the way that it mounts to the rear duct in the rear, it's identical to the 1990 Grey Ghost. We basically replicated it, enlarged it, and then we built this heavy plug, and then from there we built the mold and then popped out the forge. So we did like 3 of these, and that was the one that we really liked. Pulled to this side right here, we went the larger brake setup, radial caliper, and then we went with the PM smooth legs, and then we capped them right here. So this looked like a cool finish, and then it run no cans on it. We wanted still kind of like our style with a little bit of performance, but then a little retro of the original Fat Boy. You can see the whole LP6 fits in there no problem. I could back it up, I could push it forward, so it wasn't an issue at all. It was just more coming up with something to start with. I wasn't really trying to start this from scratch because of our time, so I had to find something to skip a few steps. We did a back plate too, so it doesn't just sit out there, you know.
Oh, it's not just floating.
Yeah,
you gotta mount
really
it.
Clean transition into the back piece right here. We did Willie's signature right there, iconic signature. We raked it out 7 degrees for this 21, just so it could sit right. Then we go to the 2-inch bars right here. This is the only thing that we really plated because we wanted to polish them, but you know, moving the bike, everyone touches the bars. I knew it was going to be out, and I wasn't going to be the one moving it, so we nickel plated them. I took the hand controls off of the 2024 ST, so I could run some new levers because we have no time to build anything. So we made those fit. That worked out pretty good. It worked out awesome actually. We ran the ST Master as well, and then the ST the grips, because there's nothing for them, and we didn't have really time to come up with every single thing one off. This was a challenge as well because we wanted to run a small gauge and hide it and tuck it underneath these bars. You see there's no riser, so we were going to tuck it underneath it how it's mounted now. The gauge that we were going with didn't end up working at all. It didn't even, the system, they didn't even want to play at all, so we had to go back, and it was already too far, and I did a smooth dash right here, and I want that clean look instead of that big Fat Boy gauge. So back to the drawing board, we had to grab a ST gauge.
Oh, nice.
And then we had to run an ST ECM for it to work.
No way.
So we had to swap over a whole ECM and the gauge for this to work. That was last minute, so we were like back against the wall, but I'm happy that it worked out. So the bike really only has a few miles, but that ST was brand new when it came in the shop, and I ripped it to like Arizona and back, so I have the gauge shows like 600 miles. So we put some miles on her, you know. Full forged carbon one-off tank. We did the knee cutouts just to give it a little sleek look because we went with mid controls. Full forged carbon dash, and an overlay tank. We worked with PM a long time ago, and they sponsor us, so they were seeing, you know, I walked through their R&D room, and I seen this before it came out, so I was like, here, give it to me, I'll make it work. So they shot it to me, and then before, you know, we had any opportunity to really design the bike, we already said that we were gonna run it. So the carbon didn't match, so what we did is we had to paint it that matched the frame, and then we just left a little opening up top just so you could notice that it's carbon as well.
Oh, nice.
So you can see everything on the whole bike is carbon. We're sponsored by Vance & Hine as well. Vance & Hine shot us one of their pipes, and what we did is we shortened it, pulled it in, and then kicked it up just so it doesn't have like a straight, you know, pipe that's gonna be, it wouldn't match the flow of the bike. I felt like the kick was perfect.
I think they should do like a dirtbag edition.
Yeah.
This looks good, man.
When they see this thing get so much attention, everyone's gonna want it. It doesn't exist there. I'm pretty sure that they're gonna talk to me about it, you know. So we Cerakoted the header gray to match the rest of the bike. So it's a cool little feature. A lot of people won't even notice. We made their mid controls fit. This doesn't fit this transmission at all. So we cut, screwed, and jived them to make them work, and they fit perfect. Pivot the exhaust out just so we could get everything to work right. It's super clean. You can see how it looks back there. Crack the cases. That was Drew's idea. I wouldn't have done it with this timeline, but I was forced to. So
yeah, that's crazy, man. Once you told me you guys were going down the cases and like pulling everything out to like polish, like that's next level.
even the pan, every single screw is changed to 12-point black chrome just to match the carbon really nice. We did a small chin spoiler up here just to fill in this little small gap right here, super clean. And then we painted this whole thing to match up in the top cover. Another cool little feature. With mid controls, we couldn't swap out the master. We didn't have time, but we did touch it all. Hardware and cool little, you know, they've been polished the back little piece right there just to show that, you know, we touched it.
Damn.
Going to the back right here, we wanted like a really sleek, clean seat. We went with that Alcantara, and then perforator on the side, and then a super huge big support in the back. 128 engine. We cloud-based tuned it, but we were looking to throw it on the dyno, but again, we didn't have no time. But luckily that we were able to cloud-base this thing and plug her in and run it a few times, and then we got it ripping. So I don't know the horsepower on it right now. I don't want to say no fake numbers. I'll wait till the sheet comes out and then I'll present it. Rear end is going to be a 20x7, and then we went to Lindo brakes PM, and then we cut up the original swing arm just to be clean, took our little tabs and off of it, and just painted it black again. They're spring loaded from the other side, and then we haven't polished all that in there just in case someone was gonna look. Just in case. Full forged carbon rear fender as well. This right here is our air tank. Rear air suspension. It's holding 200 psi of pressure at all times, so when you're ready to giddy up, a couple of little clicks and it's gone, you know. So there's no waiting, no compressor kicking on, none of that. We're out of here. Riding level of, you know, stock, low, and jack the hell up if I don't want to jump off of a curb, so it can get it way up there.
Nice.
We chain drive here, then the sprocket right there. Chopped up all the rear end so you don't see no tabs for the guard. We went with the chain tensioner too, so we have to stretch shit out of that chain. So when we jack it up, it automatically tightens up the chain.
Oh, smart.
This is our kickstand right here. We build these a lot. We have a billet version, but we went with the old school one, the steel. Right when you hit up the air, this will automatically tuck underneath the bike. So, and then when you go to park it, you push it down on your foot and then lower the air on top of it.
Nice.
This is our air switch right here. So all of our air ride is just air actuated. There's no like relays and like that. It's really, really rare for it to air up on accident and fall over, or any of the electronics to go bad. These struts are not original either. We pull the struts in. So these are full custom struts too. Everything is fully built. There's nothing in here that's stopped. We went with the Apex from Recluse,
yeah,
and that thing rips.
Yeah,
you know,
that's a great clutch.
Yeah, tons of little details, you know, that went into it. We're real happy on the outcome. It's a little on the aggressive, like real custom side, you know, and we wanted that to show everybody what we're capable of doing. You know, we can do a classic, we can go performance, we can do them both, or we can come out with some radical shit. And that's what we wanted to do, is to show everybody that, you know, there's no limit in our shop, that we could pump out whatever you could think of.
You guys got to see it in person if you get the chance. It's going to be at 9 different shows across the country, Born Free obviously being one of them. But if you guys are in Daytona, if you're in Sturgis, if you're at Mama Tried, if you're at Homecoming, it's going to be all over the place. So this is the lineup of Born Free invited builders for Harley-Davidson for Born Free 16, 2025.
Dirtbags _California. We're in Long Beach, California. My shop is open to the public. You guys can come down there Monday through Friday, walk it. We have a showroom, we have apparel line. You guys can DM us. You can even call the shop and I'll pick up the phone.
Dude, thank you so much.
Definitely, bro.
Appreciate you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Drewski, wherever he went. Thank you, Drewski. He didn't hang around. Do us a favor, drop in the comments down below. Let us know what you guys think of this thing. Absolutely beautiful. Hope you guys enjoyed this one though. If you did, hit the like.
Stay vigilant.
That's right. Ride safe, stay vigilant. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.